Hey, what is up, YouTube? It is Barium here, and we're back with another story. So yes, you guys might be wondering, why isn't he doing Resident Evil 7? Well, I've decided to do the third episode tomorrow, so I just decided to wait a little bit. I decided to mash it up a bit, so now we're doing a story today. So this story is about the time when I gave my teacher the middle finger. So it was a long time ago. And basically what happened was, so it started off, me and my friends, everybody who lives nearby me, we're all on our bus, we're on our way home. It was a good day at school. I think I was in either grade 6 or 7. So yeah, I was pretty young. I was either 11 or 12. And so we were just on the bus, we were talking, we were having a good time. And then one of my friends says, oh, look, it's Mrs. Let's call her Buford. Yeah, let's call her Mrs. Buford. So he says, oh, there's Mrs. Buford. She's driving behind us. So she was behind our bus. And oh, I hated Mrs. Buford. She was so mean to me. She was my grade 3 teacher, I'm pretty sure. Yes, she was my grade 3 teacher. And I hated Mrs. Buford. Oh dear, did I ever hate this woman. So I look back at her. I just poke my one eye out because I don't want her to see my face. And so I look back and I see her. It's her in like this nice white Escalade. And so what I do is, as a joke, this was a joke. I wasn't really serious about this. I didn't think she would see it. But basically, the bus has a window at the back, like a big window. I'm sure those of you who are in school know that buses have these big windows in the back. So I basically just raised my hand and gave the middle finger, and it was like quick. It was like 2 seconds, and then 2 minutes later, they're like, "Oh, she's still behind us." So I take a quick peek, and oh my God, she's looking right at me. She's shaking her head and she's pointing at me. She's pointing at me from the driver's seat, so she knows. She's following me home at this point. She's trying to find out where I live, who I am. So I'm like, oh my God, I was freaking out. My friends, they're all laughing. I'm like, yo, this is serious shit. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble with my parents and with the school. And oh, that's when I started flipping out. I started getting plans. I took off, she might have seen my sweater, so I took off my sweater. It was this purple DC sweater, and I took it off and I shoved it back in my bag and hoping that would help. But I kept on looking out and she had this mad face on. Oh, she was angry. I still don't know if she knows if it was me or if it was someone else, but I never got caught for it. That's one thing. I'm just gonna point that out right now. But so here's what happened. So we're on our way back home, and I didn't think she was following me. Maybe she was just going maybe she was just behind us going home or something. So that's what my friends were saying. But then we turned down my street, and I know for a fact she doesn't live down our street. I know for a fact that she lives nowhere near me, at least I think. And she turns down the street with my bus. So at this point, I'm panicking. I'm like hyperventilating. I'm just freaking out. And it was insane. Like, just imagine if you were in that position. You're a young kid, grade 6 or 7, and one of your teachers that you hate the most is following you home, who also hated you back. So I'm freaking out at this point. And we have 3 stops on our course. So I'm the 3rd stop because I live at like the end of my street or whatever. And so we get to the 1st stop and she's sitting there right behind us, and what I should have done is I should have gotten up and I should have pretended to leave, but then I should have gone into another seat. That would have been a good idea. And then she'd think that I got off at the 1st stop, but I didn't. So what I did was I just waited, man. I was gonna take it. I was gonna take the punishment. I was gonna take her coming after me. So basically what happened was, we're on our way to the 2nd stop, and my street is long, so it's one long street, and then it leads to a court, which is just like this roundabout thing, and then there's like another couple of streets connected to it that create like a square, and then there's another little court in between it. So it's quite a big street. And so we're on our way to the 2nd stop, which is around the square, and she turns into the court. Now at this point, my heart is freaking, I can't even explain it. I was so happy, you don't even understand. It was like the sense of relief was unreal, and I was just I was so happy that she didn't follow me home, because I would have been in so much trouble, because at that point in my life I thought that swearing was the worst thing you could do, or doing anything of that sort was the worst thing you could do. So that's what happened, and I'm lucky that I didn't go to school the next week, and it was like just before a weekend, so I'm lucky I didn't go to school the next week and freaking get called to the principal's office or something. Like, I dodged a bullet is basically what I'm saying. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that was a story. As you can see with these stories, you can see that I'm not the brightest person. So yeah, but anyways, guys, that was the story. If you guys haven't already, please go and follow my Twitter account. I'll just put it on the screen right now. You guys can go and follow that. And yeah, so without further ado, my name is Barium. I'll see you guys all later, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Bye bye.